The menu at a restaurant is not just a simple list of foods. It's usually carefully planned by a menu expert or advisor to make sure it fits with the restaurant's style, is easy to understand, and most importantly, helps the restaurant make money. Let's explore some ways that restaurants design their menus to affect your choices for dinner. 1. They limit your options. Good menus take into consideration a psychological idea called the paradox of choice, which explains that the more choices we have, the more stressed we become. The magic number. Stick to around 7 options for each type of food, like 7 appetizers and 7 main courses. If we have more than 7 choices, we tend to feel overwhelmed and confused. This confusion often leads us to pick something we've tried before. If restaurants have unlimited options, customers might feel less satisfied, partly because they worry they didn't make the right choice. 2. They add photos. Including a nice-looking picture alongside a food item increases sales by 30%. In a study conducted at Iowa State University, scientists tried out a digital display showing a picture of a salad to kids attending a YMCA camp. The campers who saw the salad picture were as much as 70% more likely to choose a salad for their lunch. Our brain tends to react to the image on the screen just like you would react to a real plate of food in front of you. This influence becomes even stronger when the images on digital signs move or rotate, which is something that fast food restaurants are starting to use. The goals for restaurants to not include too many photos. It can diminish the perceived quality of the food. The more items that have photos on the menu, the customers might perceive the overall quality as lower. It is also important to note that many upscale restaurants choose not to include photos on their menus to uphold an image of sophistication. 3. They manipulate prices. A method to encourage you to spend more money involves making prices less noticeable. Restaurants often remove dollar signs because they create discomfort. The dollar signs remind people that they're using their money. According to a study from Cornell University, using written-out prices like $12 also nudges customers to spend more. Additionally, how prices are shown influences the atmosphere of the restaurant. For example, $9.96 seems friendlier than $10, which can come across as more imposing. 4. They use expensive decoys. On menus, perspective is everything. One trick is to include an incredibly expensive item near the top of the menu, which makes everything else seem reasonably priced. Your server never expects you to actually order the $300 lobster, but it sure makes the $70 steak look positively thrifty. Slightly more expensive items also suggest the food is of higher quality. This pricing structure can literally make customers feel more satisfied when they leave. 5. They play with your eyes. Similar to how supermarkets place the most profitable products at eye level, restaurants carefully design their menus to catch your attention. The prime spot is the upper right corner, a space people often focus on when looking at a blank paper or a magazine. This is where you'll typically find the most lucrative items. Restaurants then arrange appetizers on the upper left and position salads just below them. The goal is to keep the menu's layout smooth and appealing. Another technique involves giving high-profit items some breathing room by placing them in boxes or separating them from the rest of the choices. 6. They utilize colors. Different colors help conjure feelings and motivate behavior. Blue is a very soothing color, so oftentimes it is used to create a calming effect. Have you ever noticed the number of restaurants that utilize red and yellow in their branding? Conclusive evidence on how color affects our mood is hard to find, but one review suggests that red stimulates the appetite, while yellow draws in our attention. The two combined are the best food coloring pairings. 7. They use fancy language. They use fancy language to make their dishes sound more appealing. Research shows that longer and more detailed descriptions can boost food sales by nearly 30%, as demonstrated in a study conducted by Cornell University. The more information provided in the menu description, the less the item appears to cost in the customer's mind. In another study, participants were given the same red wine but with different labels, one labeled as from North Dakota and the other as from California. Even though both glasses contained the same 2-buck Chuck wine, the group with the California label rated it higher than the North Dakota group. Interestingly, those who believed they were drinking California wine ended up eating 12% more of their meal than those who thought they were drinking North Dakota wine. Words like line-caught, farm-raised, or locally sourced have a strong appeal to customers. These terms enhance the perceived quality of the dish. This language is so effective that several states have enacted truth in menu laws to prevent restaurants from misleading customers about factors like the origin or how a piece of meat was raised. And there you have it, captivating psychological tricks that restaurants uses. As you venture out to dine next time, remember that these tricks are simply tools crafted to enhance our experience and guide our choices. Being mindful of these tactics can empower you to make decisions that align with your preferences and budget. So, until next time, bon appetit and happy mindful dining. Don't forget to comment and subscribe.